Hayes, one of the exercises that I always did in the companies that I worked with was called the Lifeline exercise. And I thought it was a great way for people to get to know each other. And when you gave your commencement speech to Texas, you had basically the lifeline. And in one axis is all the things, above the axis is all the positive things that happen, and below the line is the negative things. And I would have people do that lifeline and chart the things in their life and then share it with the team. And it was always very insightful because you'd learn a lot from people. But the thing that I really loved about what you did, most people focus on all these ups, all the big things that and positive things that happen in your life. In that, you had the slide, you just turned that slide upside down and you said that adversity is your advantage. You learn the most from those moments. Say more about that.
Well, look, you've got to reorient your relationship with hardship, I think, overall. And what I realized was, I'm like, well, why did I start that company? Or why did I take on this new initiative? Or what was that vision that I had that I brought to the team that allowed us to break through this new piece of technology or this new solution that helped people at scale? Oftentimes it came from pain. It came from hardship. Like, as an example, in 2008, they say you're never a real CEO or never a real company until you go through a crisis. I had a crisis, and we had a couple thousand employees. We probably had to lay off 400 of them, which at that time I thought was the end of the world. And I'd kind of pull up on my driveway, and I would literally throw up in my driveway before I could drive down and see my wife and kids, because I felt like such a loser. But one of the decisions that I made was, you've got to go get that grateful perspective, go grab the executive team, go to Africa, lay in the dirt, go build a school, and just reevaluate life and how grateful we are for what we have, knowing it was just a moment in time. Well, that led to me starting a foundation I'm really proud of called Give Power, over 10 years ago. It led to many other ideas around solar energy and things that I wanted to do. I wouldn't have done the things that I've done without that moment of hardship. And so I learned, kind of life's greatest moments of adversity and challenge in your life are actually the greatest gifts. And you've got to see the beauty and the silence of that and recognize it in the moment, because there's this flex point of pain that drives purpose. Pressure kind of helps you kind of really solidify your principles and values as a leader and what you stand for. You kind of see who the stars are in the darkest of the night on your team. And so maybe I'm a little sick and twisted, David, but I actually celebrate adversity and challenges and see it as tremendous opportunities for growth, because a lot of times your competition will quit, or people will get tired, or you'll see people at their worst. And so it allows you to kind of filter through and find that strong leadership that can kind of blast through and stab adversity in the heart and do some good things moving forward.